Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Christine. Today I'm gonna be letting you into the secret behind all of my videos. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my camera collection and also my filming equipments that I use for YouTube. I don't really have that many cameras in my collection, but each of them has their own uniqueness. Just a little disclaimer, I'm not a professional filmmaker, videographer. I'm just a girl online that likes to document her life, and I have been making content on YouTube for a little over 4 years now. So these are the cameras that I have collected over the years, and also just to give you guys a little review and recommendations on the camera equipments that I have been using over the past few years. There's no ads in this video, no sponsorships. I bought everything myself. I'll also be sure to put down timestamps so that it's easier for you guys. If you're only interested in the camera equipments that I'm going to be talking about, feel free to jump around. Starting off with my cameras, I'm currently filming on my Canon G7X Mark III. I have been using this camera for I think almost 2 years now. I really like it. It's small and compact. It's my go-to cameras to vlog with, and also it's so easy to take around. I'm gonna talk more in depth about this camera in a bit because I can't wait to show you guys my new camera. I finally decided to get an upgrade for my videos. I have been wanting a mirrorless camera as a little upgrade from my current setup, and I decided to go with the M50 Mark II because this is the most beginner friendly and the price is also within my budget. So I got a new camera and I got really lucky with this purchase because I found it secondhand. It's not in the box anymore. It comes in this little baggie. I did a little test shoot with it last night when I was dealing with the seller just to make sure everything is in great condition, but I haven't really filmed with it in daytime and just vlog with it. So this is my first. I got so lucky with this because this was only 4 months old. The seller got it last November and it still has like 2-year plus warranty, and he even gave me the receipt so that I can claim it as my business expense. And another reason why I said I got really lucky with this is because the seller sold it along with the 50mm lens. This is the box that it came with. And he even gave me the adapter to use with this camera because this camera is only compatible with the EF-M lens, and the 50mm lens is EF lens, so you would need a adapter to use this lens on this camera. This is what the adapter looks like, and this is the 50mm lens. This is in a brand new condition. Like, it's so clean. It even comes with a screen protector, and he gave me 2 of those UV filter. In the box, we have all of the instructions and also a silicone case for my camera, which I don't think I'm gonna be using because I like how the camera feels. I don't really like the texture of a silicone case. I got a new camera and I'm so excited. This is my very first camera with exchangeable lens. If I were to get all of this brand new with the kit lens and with this 50mm lens, it would have been 1,000 ringgit more than what I have paid for. To get all of this in like brand new condition, I'm just so happy. Just last week I was looking at the official store and I was about to place my order because there was like a little promotion that they were doing. I was really hesitant to get this. Kind of felt like an impulsive purchase because my current camera works fine. I held myself back and I decided to wait for another week or so, and then I found this on the second-hand market and someone was selling this along with this lens, so I decided to jump the gun and I got it. That's the little story behind this purchase. I'm so excited. Let's try this out. So it has a flip out screen on the side, and I'm gonna put it side to side with my Canon G7X so that you guys can see the difference. Okay, so I now have the camera right next to each other and I'm filming without any external microphone, and I can really tell the Mark 50 just captures so much more because of the lens. That's also the main reason why I decided to get this upgrade. Ooh, it's so clear. This is the 15 to 45 kit lens, and this is it. Zoom in all the way to 45mm. It's so close up. I'm not gonna film like this, but this would be great for like beauty videos, makeup tutorials and stuff like that. This is the microphone that I used from Rode. It's the Video Micro, I believe. I'm gonna plug it in. I can't help but to keep looking at the viewfinder because I'm so used to it being on top of my camera, so it's gonna take some time for me to get used to. One thing I really do not like about the Canon G7X Mark III, it's a really great camera, but the autofocus is such a pain in the ass sometimes. Like, it's really hard to focus on things that I want it to focus. So let's do a little test. It's a beauty guru shot. This is my blush and this is me. Ta-da! Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster than the Canon G7X. Focus. Oi. Oh look. Now it's not focusing. Yeah, this is definitely a lot faster than the Canon G7X Mark III. That's exciting. And this is my 50mm lens. I have been wanting to get into photography for both my Instagram and also client work. So this is a great beginner starting lens if you're looking to get into it. So this is what I was talking about. This is not meant to film with. Let's talk a little bit more of my Canon G7X Mark III because I feel like a lot of people is interested in this camera for vlogging. It's a really great camera, it's really compact. So I currently have on a hot shoes adapter as well as this little mini tripod on my Canon G7X. This is my favorite setup. You also have the options to put in external mic, which is the reason why I upgraded from my Canon G7X Mark II to this. It's almost the same as the Mark II, just that this comes with a mic slot, which is the reason why I upgraded it, but it doesn't have any hot shoes, which is this little slot on the body itself. So you have to get a little external adapter like this, so when you have the hot shoes, you're able to put on any accessories to your camera. This is just a little LED light that I have. Ta-da! I'll be sure to link everything I've mentioned in this video in my description box down below if you guys want to check them out. So this is what the camera looks like without any accessories attached to it. It has a flip out screen, which is really easy to vlog with. Ta-da! You can see I have everything on my desk. It has really great colors and the footage looks really good as well. I love it. I honestly have no complaints about this camera. The only reason why I wanted to get another camera is that I want to have the options to change out the lens of my camera so that I would be able to capture more of my surrounding, and especially for my sit down videos I like to have a wider angle lens. I'm still gonna be using this camera for vlogging in public and I'm gonna be bringing it out, and I also really like the pictures that this takes. It has a little pop-out flash and I got the silver colorway because I really like how this camera looks. It's really pretty. Let's look at it. Cute. I know this is already small and compact enough, but sometimes I do get a little bit shy to vlog in public with this because of the pop-out screen, and it's just kind of in your face. Like, I do YouTube, I make videos. So I recently got a mini camera, which is this little guy right here. I got the GoPro Hero 11 Black. It's so small and discreet. I love vlogging in public with this, and I got it because you can do so much cool POV shots with this. It has a main screen here, and there's also a little viewfinder right next to the camera. And I really like how much you're able to capture with this camera. It's perfect for travel vlogs and stuff. This is an action camera, so the stabilization is great, and the mic here is also pretty good. So I'm excited to take this traveling with me. It's so small, like I can just pop it in my pocket like this. It shoots up to 4K and the colors are great. It's so much better than the previous generation of GoPro. So cute. It looks like a little toy. There are so many cool accessories you can get with the GoPro, but I have only 2 tripods that I got specifically for this. These are the tripods that I use specifically for my GoPro. It's the exact same tripod that I've showed you guys earlier that I used with my other cameras, but it just comes with the specific head for GoPro. I don't know what this is called, but it's a 3-legs tripod and it's very stable. I love this. And I also have this tripod that you can attach to any glass surface. I use this a lot when I'm filming in my car, and also I like to put them on top of my window so I can kind of shoot like those CCTV angle shot for my vlogs. This is my first time owning a GoPro, so I find it's really cool that it comes with the attachment right on the camera itself. So you just unscrew this part, put in your little camera, and screw it back on. It's so crazy that this little guy shoots up to 4K, and the footage looks really clear as well, especially when there's sunlight. I still haven't taken any action shot with this, so I'm very excited to take this traveling with me, get a little under the water shot with this little guy in March. And yeah, this is what it looks like. You can adjust the angle like this. Yeah. Moving on to my next camera. This is my prized possession. It's my little Sony handycam. I would say this is the coolest thing that I own, and I couldn't find them cheap in the secondhand market anymore. I am so proud of myself for scoring this. This is the Sony FDR AX40. It just flips out like this. I do vlog with this camera from time to time. I really like how the footage look from this camera. It just adds a little vintage and nostalgic vibe to it, and it's blurry but it's also clear at the same time. It's able to shoot up to 4K, but I've never shot up to 4K with this. I just do 1080 and the footage looks great. I also love zooming with this camera. I believe this exact model is discontinued on the Sony official store, but they still have the FDR AX43. I'm not sure what's the difference, but it looks almost the same, I would say. And as you guys can see, the stabilization of this camera is great. You can literally see the lens is bouncing as I shake the camera. I love the footage from this camera. It just adds some flavor, adds some spice to the footage, and I also find myself editing in a different way whenever my footage is shot from this camera, because I wanted to cap the vintage look. But I actually haven't used this camera as much. I use them for short form content more. Like sometimes I use them in my reel, and sometimes I use them in my little TikTok videos. I also use this to film my home videos during my mom's birthday last year. I'm gonna remind myself to use this more because it's not doing this camera justice of how much I use this. And this is my very last camera. It's the Canon G9. This is actually a hand-me-down from my sister. I thought it was broken for the longest time because I couldn't find the charger, I couldn't find the battery of this camera. So it was just sitting in my drawer for the past few years. And I finally decided to get the battery just to test it out, and it works. This is a little CCD, a digital camera. It looks so fancy. It even has a little hot shoe slot, and this is what the top looks like. You have the options to adjust the ISO, the mode. It's so fancy. I believe my sister had this in the 2000s. And also I love the build quality of this camera. Like, it's sturdy. Oh, sorry, my ring. It's sturdy, the flash is great. If you guys are looking for a little digital camera, maybe you guys can check this out. Just so vintage looking. I love this. That's all for my cameras, and of course I do film on my phone as well. I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I love filming with this because it's always with me. I take my phone everywhere I go. I started my channel with my iPhone 6s, so you definitely don't need all of these fancy cameras. You just have to start with what you have. If you have been thinking of starting your own channel, this is your sign to do it. I started my channel with my little old and thick Lenovo laptop that my mom bought me during my uni days. It's not the best laptop, it's the bare minimum model. Yeah, you just have to start somewhere, but I'm just really grateful that I'm able to have all of these upgrades and material growth along my little YouTube journey. So I just want to take this chance to say thank you for allowing me to do this as my job, and for being here along the way. Yeah, I know some people watching this might be like, what the hell, I'm just here for the camera recommendations and filming equipment review. But yeah, thank you for watching this, even if this is your first time seeing this face. Moving on to my filming equipment, the most crucial part when it comes to filming alone is your little tripod, and this is the tripod that I have been using for years and years. This is the F630 from the brand Slick. It's retraceable. If there's one thing you want to splurge on in your filming equipment, I would say it's your tripod, because you wouldn't want a flimsy tripod that would topple over whenever it gets heavy, especially if you have bigger cameras with bigger lens. And this, I would say, is the best tripod that I have used. So this is where you attach your camera. You just screw it to the bottom of your camera and you pop it on top. You're able to adjust your camera angle with this, and you can also flip it up to shoot vertical content if you want. This is a really good tripod, and it wasn't really that expensive as well. I've seen tripod that goes up to like 500 to 600 ringgit, and I think this is around 200, like one something. I would highly recommend you guys to check out this tripod. Also didn't buy this myself. I actually found this in my storeroom. I think my sister bought it because my sister used to be a very big like camera fanatic. The sister that I stole this G9 from. I have a lot of sisters, which is why I'm referring her as the sister because she might be watching this. But yeah, I found this tripod in our storeroom and I stole it, and it's mine now. I love it. Pairing with this tripod, I also have this little thing. Don't really know where I got this from. I think I got it as a free gift. Love this because you're able to adjust this part instead of it being like a little retraceable, what's it called, like a little thing. It's a phone holder, so you're able to use your tripod with your phone too. I use this whenever I film with my phone. This is the little hole to put on your tripod. You can also twist the back to adjust it if you want to film horizontally with your phone. Ta-da! With this, I'm able to film with my phone with any tripods that I own. Another tripod that I have that I don't really use that much is this. It's also from the brand Ulanzi, and this is the MT11. You can mount it to any surface you want, like even on top of a tree. I used to mount my camera on top of my door to get those overhead shot with this, but now that I have my GoPro, I don't need to do this anymore. Again, you can adjust the angle like so. The cool thing about this tripod is that you just pull this part and it's able to turn into a little phone holder. It's the kyap thing that I was talking about. I don't like to use this on my phone because I feel like it's kind of damaging to your phone, and I also don't want my tripod to scrape my phone. It's really tight, like. But if you have a small phone, maybe this would work. This is an external LED light. If you want to use both of this light along with your microphone, you are able to do so. There's one slot in each side. It's rechargeable, and there is buttons in the back where you can adjust the brightness. It does make a big difference when you're filming. I'm having it right next to my camera right now, especially during night time. This is a really great accessories to add to your camera. The very last accessories that I have is this wide angle lens from the same brand, and is their WL-1 lens. This is made specifically for the Canon G7X Mark III and the Sony ZV-1. I used to use this whenever I wanted a bigger, wider shot, but now that I have this camera, I don't need this anymore. So I'm gonna be selling this on my carousel. It comes with the little tape, so you essentially just stick on this lens onto your camera top. Don't know whether if it's damaging, but so far so good. I have no issues with it. And you're supposed to put tape on this part and stuck it onto your camera like so. I believe you can also repurchase this tape when you run out. So this is the shot without the lens. I'm currently using this 15 to 55mm lens on the M50, and this is with the lens. I'm not gonna stick it onto my camera, but it's so much wider. The sides doesn't look that distorted, and the color and the footage still looks really clear. So you basically just stick this to your camera like so, and this is what it's gonna look like once you have it on. To be honest, I've only used this for a few times. So if you have the Canon G7X or the Sony ZV-1 and you want a bigger lens and you don't want to get a new camera, maybe you can check this little lens out. It's pretty great. It feels really high quality. I would say it feels heavier than my 15 to 45mm lens because that is made of plastic, and this has more weight to it. So yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys find this entertaining and also somewhat helpful. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!